Good morning, children, and welcome to my new class. So, today we'll be starting the very first chapter, that is The Master Artist. Now, this is by Carol Moore. Now, Master Artist, as the name suggests, artist. It tells us about somebody who is maybe a painter, because the word artist refers to somebody with some kind of art. Now, let us read on. Let us see. Miswa sine labe. What is the meaning of the word miswa? What do you mean by the word miswa? So, as if you come down here on the left side, you can see the word meanings are given to you here. So, miswa means mister, and this is a French word. So, let us now read it. So, what does it say? Miswa sine labe had been a master artist of his day, and in 1392 was ready to retire when in the month of May, Giuliano Bartoli, a rich Italian patron, sent for him, and on his arrival said, "I would like a portrait of myself on my banquet room wall." Now, what do you mean by a patron? Let us read here. A patron means a person who supports artists and writers. See, for you, it is very important to go through the word meanings, because if you have your exams in the form of an online pattern, it's very important that you are aware of all the different synonyms, antonyms, word meanings, phrases, everything. So, please go through all the things very clearly. Okay, so now let us read it on. Again, could you paint it? The wall is 20 feet tall. So, how tall was the wall? It was 20 feet tall. So, Giuliano Bartoli wanted Sine Labe, that is the master artist, to make his portrait on a 20 feet wall. Miswa Labe looked thoughtful for a moment and then shook his head. "I am sorry, but I don't think so. I am ready to retire." So, what he says is that he was not ready to do so because he was ready to retire. I hope this is clear to you. Next, so I am not available for hire. Hire means when you ask somebody to spare some time for you and you pay that person for that. However, seeing the disappointment in sinner, this is not signor, it is sinner. Sinner means mister. So, seeing the disappointment in sinner Bartoli's eyes, he continued, "Well, there is a possibility if you think you can allow me to explore the limits of my abilities." Now, he wanted freedom so that he could create something of his choice. Not for money, mind you, but for food and bed instead. So, what was the condition? The condition was that he did not want any money for that creation, but he wanted just food and bed. You need not even pose. Pose means he did not want sinner Bartoli to be present there and pose in front of him, because my memory is excellent. My memory is excellent. Who says this? It is the master artist. Already I can see your portrait in my mind, but I insist, sinner Bartoli, that while I work, your portrait must stay private even from you. So, what he says is that even you should not see the portrait till I completely create it. This is strange, thought the patron, but he also thought about how highly the artist had been recommended. But he knew that the artist was marvelous and he had done some wonderful works. So, he thought, okay, of course, he said, "Anything you wish, but I insist at least upon paying you something for your effort. Let us draw up a contract." Now, draw up a contract means they wanted to make a contract how much he will be paid for his creation. Now a glint came to Miswa Labe's eyes a glint. Glint means a sudden brightness. He became very happy. As he gazed upon that 20 feet wall and thought of all that space, such a wonderful space to give imagination wings. So he was more happy about the chance that he was getting to create that masterpiece. It was not the money that was making him happy. Because unknown to Sinner Bartley or anyone else for that matter, for all of his career of 45 years, Monsieur Labbé had earned to paint in his own way. Earned means he had always waited to paint in his own way, but he had never got a chance. And what way was that? What did he want to paint? Certainly not the style of Byzantine or Proto-Renaissance, because at that time these two works of art, that is Byzantine and Proto-Renaissance. Here on the left side you can see Byzantine art is the art of the Eastern Roman Empire that flourished from 330 to 1453. And Proto-Renaissance was the style of the art that prevailed in the northern Italy, roughly from 1150 to 1400. So he did not want to follow that particular form of art. No Monsieur Labbé had hungered to break free of restraints. Restraints means he wanted to do something new. But the guild, now what is the guild? If you can see here on the left side, guild, a professional union of artists, of craftsmen, which was quite powerful. So guild was an association which actually controlled everything. The guild, his craft and livelihood would never have allowed it, so he followed their rules, although he was never proud of it. So he was never happy with what he created, but now he was getting a chance. Of course, he did not reveal this to Sinner Bartley. Signing the contract, they sealed the agreement. So the contract was signed and the agreement was sealed. I hope this is clear to you till the 5th paragraph. We'll continue from here in my next class. Please go through all the lines very properly, go through all the word meanings so that you can understand the chapter in a better way. So have a nice day and keep learning.